After her daughter brought a stranger to dinner, this mom began to cry.
But before we start, please make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss an upload from us. Also, leave a like right now.
When Tammy Oswald's daughter Sammy invited her out for a birthday dinner, she had no idea how the night would unravel. Oswald comes from Orlando in Florida. She has 2 grown-up daughters who were her everything. She tried to teach them good morals and respect, yet on this night their omission of the truth would deeply affect her. So with that in mind, Oswald was delighted when her oldest daughter Sammy Hewitt invited her out for a meal to have some quality time together. She didn't realize, however, that her daughter had actually prepared a birthday surprise to celebrate her mother's 53rd birthday in September 2017. Oswald arrived at the venue and she had no idea that her daughter had a special birthday surprise in store for her. The doting daughter had managed to track down the gift of a lifetime, and in fact, in Hewitt's own words, it was a present that money can't touch. What would it be? Oswald usually hated surprises because it wasn't her thing, yet this surprise would be something that she would no doubt remember for the rest of her days, but was it worth it? She'd given strict orders to her daughter that she didn't want anything this year, and she just wanted to celebrate in a low-key way with the ones she loves the most. She sort of gave her daughter the idea without even realizing, and she would soon find out how. The first clue Oswald received that she was about to be surprised came when Hewitt pulled out her phone and started recording. According to Oswald, Hewitt had form when it came to planning incredible presents. However, nothing could have prepared the mom for her latest birthday gift. So that others could share in her mom's surprise, Hewitt live-streamed Oswald's reaction on her Facebook page in September 2017. To prepare her mother for what was about to come, Hewitt warns, "You know how I do random, unexpected stuff, right?" As Oswald waited in anticipation, Hewitt announced something that she would never have expected. Never in her wildest dreams could she have prepared for this moment, and she was truly taken aback as her daughter announced to the live feed what the surprise was. "I want you to meet your son, Dylan." With that, Oswald placed her head on her hands. She couldn't believe her ears. She turned around in her chair and locked eyes with a son whom she hadn't seen in over 18 years. Instantly, Oswald jumped to her feet and wrapped her arms around the young man, who hugged her back in return. The pair enjoyed a long embrace for a few moments as Hewitt continued filming. Then, after watching her mom and her brother enjoy the moment, she said with love, "Happy birthday, Mom." The man in the video is Oswald's long-lost son. In the late 1990s, Oswald was a single mom with 2 daughters and another baby on the way, but she had split up with the father of her unborn child before she even knew she was pregnant. This was an extremely hard time for her. At this time, Oswald was struggling to make enough money to support her family, and she was close to being homeless. As a result, she made the devastating decision to put her baby up for adoption. Her reasons were selfless. She wanted to give her son a life she was unable to provide. It hurt her so much to do it, but she knew that at this point she didn't have another option. When the day came and she had to give him up just as he was born, it was such a happy day that she'd brought her baby into the world, yet clouded by such sadness that she had to give him away. There was no other choice, but it hurt her more than she could describe, especially as she had no support and was on her own. The decision broke Oswald's heart. "A mom doesn't give up her child like a sack of potatoes," she told Inside Edition in October 2017. "All I could give was love, and sometimes that's not enough. I had to make the decision to give him up because I did love him." After handing her son over, Oswald fell into a spiral of depression and even contemplated taking her own life. "I tried to commit suicide," she admitted. "The emotional guilt and loss overwhelmed me." In time, though, Oswald managed to lift herself out of her depression. And as the years passed by, she was able to put her guilt to the back of her mind. However, she never forgot about her only son. And it appeared that he never forgot about his birth mother either. In fall 2017, Dylan tracked down Hewitt's telephone number using the internet. However, though the siblings communicated in private for some time, Dylan was still unsure about reaching out to his biological mom. Eventually, Hewitt told her mother about her secret conversations with Dylan. Of course, the news left Oswald confused, angry, and shocked. "All these questions were running through my head," Oswald later revealed. After a few months, Dylan finally agreed to speak to his biological mom over the phone. And although Oswald's mind was bursting with questions for the young man, she didn't put pressure on her son to meet up with her. She wanted to wait until the time was right. And that time came in the days following Oswald's birthday when Dylan surprised her at the restaurant. Describing that meeting in October 2017, Oswald told the Daily Mail, "The moment I looked back and saw him, so much ran through me. There was so much love, I just wanted to hold and kiss him." And in her interview with Inside Edition, Oswalt added, "As soon as my daughter said, 'Meet your son Dylan,' I broke. I waited almost 19 years for this moment. All I could do was say, 'Oh my God, I love you, you're beautiful.'" It also turned out that Oswalt and Dylan only lived 90 minutes apart from each other. As a result, they both intend to meet up and get to know each other more. And for one of their initial meetings, Oswalt planned to watch Dylan play soccer for the very first time. With an exciting new chapter unfolding ahead of her, Oswalt was looking forward to the future. "I feel so complete now," she said. "Everything I ever wanted I now have. I've got what matters, and that's family." As Christmas came around, Oswalt felt that she couldn't let another celebration go by without her son and invited him to her house for the annual holiday family meal to meet all the family and friends. This was definitely overwhelming for him, and he didn't know if he should go. After giving it much thought though, and even consulting with his adopted parents, they all agreed that this would be a special occasion and that it would only be right to go. It would make his other mother so happy, and he could finally feel like he belonged to his biological family. When he rang the doorbell, he was very nervous, heart pounding at the thought of meeting all the friends and his cousins. Yet once the door opened, he was greeted by outpours of love and affection. They ran up to hug him and welcomed him in with open arms, and they even made a stocking for him above the fireplace and had presents for him waiting to be opened. This was a Christmas they would all never forget and the start of something truly amazing. From that day forward, he really felt a sense of home with his biological mother, and he made it a resolution to go and visit and spend time with his other family whenever he could. It was a blessing that he had 2 families now. Of course, Oswalt was thrilled and felt as though her dreams had come true. Sammy was also overjoyed as she had a brother.